Before we start this, I just want to say thanks for listening. If you do end up listening it all the way through, this was originally supposed to be told at graduation, but by the time I handed it, it didn't fit into their program. So instead, I did the pledge. But because this speech had a good amount of value to me, I decided I gotta release it somehow. So instead, I'm gonna release it in this video form. Hope you enjoy. And now presenting Zachary Lau.
Hello.
Let's go. Oh my god. Insert a laugh track. Nah, but jokes aside, how are we all doing this morning? I heard a lot of us had ticket problems, and I hope you got that resolved. I'm sorry if you didn't. It's been a long 13 years for all of us. Now, with that out of the way, are you ready? Because I'm about to tell you something that will blow your mind. Once the hard stuff is over, it's not that hard. Growing up, I've moved around many places. Every 3 to 4 years, in fact. Eventually settling in Cohoes, a complete different environment than what I was used to. Alongside this new environment was a whole different group of people and challenges I had to face. Like walking to school. Sure, it was a slow climb to the top of the social ladder, but like the 40-minute walk it took me to get to the top of the hill each morning, I made it. People told me things and tried to convince me that it was impossible to do what I am doing now. Well, look at me compared to them. I continued to challenge myself and pushed my limits to beyond. And sure, I may have average grades and a below-average lifestyle, but that doesn't stop me from living my best life, and the same should stand to you. I know it's a cliche, but we humans have the power to overcome almost everything. We've pulled through many negative events, and we're still chugging to this day. When it came to track and the steeplechase, I may have been lapped twice each time, but I didn't give up, and somehow magically made it to second to last practically every time. I pushed myself, and eventually got first place in the mile, which, though it was a small meet and was our school, that's still an accomplishment. I guess those 10 years of running in circles in my backyard for an hour every day helped. But really, it was because I was surrounded by the best crowd a guy like me could ask for, whether it be both sides of the family, or my great and wacky friends. Without them, I don't think I would have pushed myself to become what I am now. Still, I didn't choose decisions or try to impress or have them be affected by others. I didn't join sports or clubs for others. I did it for myself. I mean, heck, I joined the esports team, and let's just say that was a colorful group of people. I tried out acting, and sure, I sucked, but at least got to see the play for free. I ended up getting 45 plus hours of community service, and that was only the span of the half of the school year. I lost count afterwards. I tried for almost every club, and most I couldn't even make because of my busy schedule. I never realized how much support I've had around me until I ran for class president. And though I originally went through with it as a joke, I slowly grew to almost care for it, even if I never really had a say in things. Even more important than that, I realized people believed in me, and I believed in myself. At my job, I may have froze in the parking lot, broke half of the restaurant and its dishes, and was scolded rightfully so, but I never gave up. I stayed determined and kept at it, and look at me now, I'm a salad guy. And which brings me to this, and for the guys, from the bottom of my bag of spaghetti, you guys made this year the best out of all 13, and there's no one else I'd rather want to hang out with on a Saturday afternoon if I had the time. I'm lucky to have gone to high school with you. Whether it be to see a cheesy grin and a thumbs up in the morning, a long talk on the history of cars, or stupid talk and always trying to best one another, we made it through together. Sure, the saying high school is the best years may not be relatable to what it used to be, but if it was like how it was this year, for the most part, I'd rethink it all. These past few years have been a challenge for practically everyone, but we showed humans can get through almost anything. We are just a small handful of people with the power to inspire the younger generation, who will continue to do the same over and over again. Millions of people to millions of more people, and to those millions of people, even more people. Now, every speech has a quote for some reason, and you know what? By the words of my old school, I can say the saying, believe to achieve, can never be less than 90% true. So in that case, class of 2022, let's go out there and do great things. Not just for ourselves, but the world.
Yeah!
And I think this speech could have been 3 words of me saying bag of spaghetti. God, my back hurts from laying on this ground for so long.
Goodbye.